Imagine you open a new grocery store in your city. Would you rather compete with Reliance Fresh, DMart, and Big Bazaar for every customer? Or would you rather become the only shop that delivers organic vegetables within 30 minutes in a local area? Most people would choose the second option. That's exactly how SEO works. Many beginners think ranking on Google is all about finding keywords with thousands of monthly searches. So the target keywords like SEO, digital marketing, weight loss, insurance, smartphones. 6 months later, no rankings, no traffic, no visitors. Then they conclude SEO doesn't work anymore. But the real problem isn't SEO, it is a keyword they choose. In today's video, I will explain what long tail keywords really are, why Google loves them, how beginners can find them for free, and how they can help even a brand new website get its first visitors. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to find long tail keywords that people are actually searching for. So let's begin. What is a keyword? Before understanding long tail keywords, let's first understand what a keyword actually is. A keyword is simply the word or phrase someone types into Google. For example, someone types best laptop under 50,000, that's a keyword. Someone searches how to lose belly fat, again, that's a keyword. Google reads at those keywords and tries to show the most useful pages. Think of Google as a huge library. When we enter certain keywords, Google searches through millions of pages and says, I think this page is best answer your question. Those search keywords are called keyword simple. What is a long tail keyword? Now here's where most beginners get confused. They think the long tail keyword means a keyword with many keywords, many words. Not exactly. It usually has more words, but that's not the real meaning. Long tail keyword is a very specific search query. Let's compare. Suppose someone searches shoes. Can you tell what they're looking for? No. Maybe they want sports shoes, maybe they want school shoes, maybe they want leather shoes, maybe shoes repair. Google doesn't know exactly. Now look at this search. Best running shoes under 3000 for flat feet. Now Google understands almost everything. The person who wants running shoes, budget is 3000, has flat feet, wants recommendations. That's a long tail keyword. The search is very specific. Google can confidently show pages that answer exactly that question. Another example, short keyword, SEO. Long tail keyword, how to do SEO for a new website in 2026. Which one is easier to answer? Obviously the second one, because the search intent is crystal clear. Now comes why are they called long tail? The names comes from a concept called search demand curve. Imagine a graph. On the left side are huge keywords SEO, fitness, insurance, loan. They get massive searches, but there are very few of them. Now move towards the right. You will find millions of such very specific searches like SEO checklist for dentists, local SEO for restaurants, SEO for plumbers, SEO for photographers, SEO for yoga studios. Each keyword may only get 20, 50, or 100 searches every month. But together, this million of small searches generate more total traffic than the big keywords. That's why it's called the long tail. Short tail versus long tail keywords. Let's compare. Example 1, short tail laptop. Long tail, best laptop under 60,000 for video editing. Example 2, short tail insurance. Long tail, best term insurance for a 30-year-old non-smoker in India. Example 3, short tail SEO. Long tail, how to rank a local business website in Bhubaneswar. Now notice something interesting. If someone searches only laptop, they might not buy today. Maybe just they're browsing. But someone searching best laptop under 60,000 for coding is probably ready to purchase. That means long-tail keywords often bring visitors who are much closer to taking action. Now comes why beginners should target long-tail keywords. Imagine we're opening a tea stall. Would you open it right beside Starbucks? No, probably not. Instead, you find an area where there are many competitors what there are many not very competitors. SEO works the same way. Larger websites like Wikipedia, Amazon, Forbes, HubSpot already dominate broad keywords. Competing with them is extremely difficult. Instead, target smaller, more specific searches. Let's use a real SEO example. Keyword SEO. Competition very high. Now compare it with how to optimize images for SEO in WordPress. Much lower competition. Here another example. Suppose your website teaches local SEO instead of writing local SEO. Write articles how to rank a bakery in Google Maps or local SEO for dentist, local SEO checklist for small businesses, Google Business Profile optimizes for restaurants. Each article targets a specific audience. Google understand exactly who see it. As a result, your chances of ranking improves. Now comes a real life analogy. Imagine you are fishing. Would you throw one huge net into the middle of the ocean hoping to catch one grand giant fish? Or would you place hundred of smaller nets in places where fish are actually swimming? Long-tail keywords are those smaller nets. Each one catches a little traffic, but together they create a steady stream of visitors. Many websites earning thousands of daily visitors didn't rank for one huge keyword. They rank for hundred or even thousand of long-tail keywords. Then comes how to find long-tail keywords for free. You don't need expensive SEO tools when you're just starting here. Simple methods. First, go to Google, start typing your topic. For example, local SEO. Google automatically suggests searches like Google local SEO checklist, local SEO tips, local SEO for beginners, local SEO for restaurants. These suggestions come from real users. Next, scroll to the bottom of Google, you will see related searches. Again, these are real search queries. Then check Google's people also ask section. These questions are content ideas. YouTube search is another great source. Types SEO, you will see suggestions like SEO tutorial, SEO course, SEO checklist, SEO for beginners. These are real searches too. Now comes common mistakes beginners make. Mistake number one, choosing keyword only because they have high search volume. High search volume usually means high competition. Mistake number two, ignoring search intent. If someone searches how to create a sitemap, don't write an article about technical issue in general. Answer exactly what they asked. Mistake number three, try to rank one article for 20 different topics. Instead, one article, one primary keyword, one clear search intent. Now comes the conclusion part. That's one lesson I want you to remember for today's video. It is this: don't chase the biggest keywords, chase the most relevant keywords. Your website doesn't grow because it ranks for one massive keyword, it grows because it answers hundreds of specific questions that real people are searching for. That's exactly what long tail keywords help you do. If you are a beginner, then give you a realistic chance to appear in Google, build trust, and start getting organic traffic much sooner than competing for broad, highly competitive tabs. So next time you plan a blog post or YouTube video, ask yourself what specific question is someone typing into Google. If you answer the question better than others, you are already moving in the right direction. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to SEO for beginners, and turn on notifications because every week I share practical SEO tips that are easy to understand and easy to apply.